Hey y'all, welcome back.
It's been a minute.
It has. I'm tired. So sorry. How's everybody doing? How are you doing?
Pretty good. Welcome home.
Thank you.
She's been on a social media tour. Social media tour. It's a little dark out here because, well, the sun's setting.
It's getting dark.
So,
How have y'all been doing? Has everybody been having a good week so far?
absolutely.
Right. I do not have any celebrity. Well, I have like a couple of celebrity things for you, but I have
Brittany been out there.
yeah, Brittany's been doing some stuff. Y'all been seeing Brittany on IG. As you know, her dad said that he would turn over the
Conservative or whatever you call it. We don't know.
yes, but he wants to make sure that it's a smooth transition.
AKA, I need a few more months of this money.
Got bills, got bills, y'all. Um, but Brittany,
I'm worried about Brittany.
um,
Big Brittany fan. She's out there doing the same stupid shit she did before. Give the girl her money, let her go crazy. It ain't like nothing else. Anybody else ain't done there on the Instagrams. Oh, that was super redneck. Let her go. Give her her money. She blows it. She blows it.
I do like the red boots that Brittany has on today while she's holding her boobies.
We can't post that picture.
We're not posting, God, we're not posting anybody's picture. We're not posting clips of anything. We're just going to sit here and.
We did look at the pictures, though. And we're like,
and we encourage you, if you don't follow Brittany on Instagram,
to free Brittany, bitch.
You're definitely missing out. And if you didn't hear us talking about Brittany on previous Chatting with the Queens, I highly recommend you go back and watch those because Brittany and Target, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
I believe I brought that up, actually.
You did. I was shocked. But yeah, Brittany, I love those red boots, Brittany. But girl, you're trying to get you're trying to let them have your life back. Wait for the Girls Gone Wild until
that's no longer a thing. I'm pretty sure.
Well, wait for the white girl.
She is getting her life back. She's like, I got a phone. I got an iPad.
She got
iPad. She probably doesn't know how to work it.
But yeah, those pictures are not going to help your case.
Or will it? Instagram views go up.
The judge is not going to care.
The judge ain't on Instagram. Let's be honest. They're gonna be like Exhibit A. Here's Brittany's tits.
I think her dad will be like, look, see.
He already gave up. He already said, look, I'm done.
Did he really give up?
Yes, because he knows he's going to lose, so he did it gracefully.
The
dude has sold millions.
Holding out. He's still trying to drag it out. He's trying to drag it out for a few more paychecks.
I would too.
Because everybody's trying to get those dollar bills.
I'm going to rephrase it. I would not do that if it was my daughter. No, that's weird. But
if Brittany was your daughter, would you want her on Instagram?
Yeah, it's money. She ain't showing up in free nipple. We gotta change society. Oh my God, we just went somewhere.
No, I don't think if that was your daughter, you would want her.
If she's making millions of dollars, she can do what she wants. It's her life.
Well, she's already made millions of dollars. She don't.
And he took half of it.
Well, he did.
That's her money.
I think we've spent way more time talking about Brittany than.
Hashtag free Brittany. I should have put it up.
I mean, it is.
You agree now, right?
I do. I do agree. Brittany is more than capable of being in control of her own life. If you can run a show in Vegas 7 days a week, you can run your own life. Yeah. So.
What else you got? What else you got? I have to be nice about it, apparently.
Right. One of the sisters' wives, Christine, put her house up for sale in Flagstaff.
She tried to get away from Cody, and who would blame her? Yes, this is the only show of all the stupid crap that she covers that I've actually watched, and I agree, because And I believe, if I remember right, she didn't want to move in the first place.
That is true. That is true.
I have a good memory.
Yeah.
She didn't want to move. Now she's going to move to wherever she moves. Who cares?
Probably back to Utah, because that's where she has family at. Her grown kids are living in Utah. So do you think it's going to come down to just Cody and Robin left in Flagstaff?
I hope.
Oh, wait, and Janelle in the RV on Coyote Pass.
Where Mary at?
Mary's at the bed and breakfast. Some of the time in Utah. The bed and breakfast is in Utah, I believe, right? So sometimes she's at the bed and breakfast, and then sometimes she's at her house in Flagstaff, I guess, allegedly.
They don't need to leave him.
But regardless of where she's at, she doesn't have anything to do with any of them.
Just wait for the spinoff, The Sister Wives Without Cody. People will watch it.
I don't know.
TLC does that?
TLC is the channel that's, yeah.
If
and
you're
it hasn't been
gonna pay attention, TLC, there's a show idea. I don't want nothing to do with it. Just send me a check every week.
And it hasn't been said if there is going to be another season of Sister Wives, because I mean, God, it's like season, what was it?
15, 16?
Yeah.
But the people, obviously, there's a following.
I mean, I want to know what they're doing.
You have Cody for a special guest appearance? Obviously,
I don't want to see Cody, but
yeah, you do. He draws views because women hate him.
Yeah, you got to have someone to hate.
Is TLC a woman channel, you would say, primarily, or a man channel?
I'm sure it's mostly women that watch it. TLC.
Most of our viewers are on this channel, her channel.
Matthew, not you, honey.
Yeah, I think he's from wherever he's from. Doesn't matter.
I say that because Matthew's been the one male viewer that has commented that I've corresponded with.
The person from the UK to put a comment in there. Where are you from and what do you watch? We will watch some BBC because I think BBC is amazing.
If I haven't said it already, and I know I haven't, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and leave me a comment. So far, don't have anyone joining us, but it could happen anytime now. Well, so I'm sure you're all going to be watching this lovely replay. So leave a comment. I always go back and reply to the comments. So we have some lovely discussions.
Lovely.
In the comment section. So, been, like you said, I was out of town this week. Very busy. School starting, soccer starting. Let me tell you, it is hard being a 10, 11-year-old.
I thought you were going to say there's a card out here on these YouTube streets for a pimp.
Y'all already know. Y'all already know that. But it's hard being a 10 or 11-year-old because you're like at that very weird age.
Of saying, Mom, fuck yourself, or yeah.
Yeah, like you want to be...
I probably shouldn't have said that, but
no. You want to be hard. You want to be tough.
You talking about the kid or you?
Well, me, but no, the kid, especially our kid, the prince, if you will. The prince wants to be tough, got something to prove, he's
trying to stretch his independence.
Yeah. But so he wants he wants the Tupac poster in his room, but he also wants all the Space Jam toys that just came out. That's what it called, Space Jam?
Space Jam 2.
Yeah, Space Jam 2 toys. So it's like, it's a weird age. It's
kind of respectable though.
I want bling bling jewelry and a Gucci belt, but I also want, like a mini motorcycle he asked for, or a dirt bike or something that we immediately said no. Yeah. So it's just, it's a hard age. So that has been very
trying, if you will,
for me, not necessarily for him. I don't know, but yeah. So
Not for me. I'm not the asshole. I'm just watching the dogs going to work. I get the stories.
Yeah. Also, when is the last time that y'all have been to a funeral? Now,
Oh, fuck.
I know with COVID, there hasn't been a lot of funerals.
I'm going to jump in here real quick and interrupt her. There's been a bunch.
Well, no. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of.
She wasn't meaning that.
No.
In person.
Right. There hasn't been a lot of in-person funerals. Of course, there's been a lot of funerals because of COVID. But because of COVID, you haven't been attending funerals.
There we go.
Okay. I'm sorry.
We would edit that, but why? We make mistakes.
Yes.
So she called me and told me about this funeral, and I was like, what in the hell did you just say? Because I was sitting upstairs like I normally do, but I'm down here now. And apparently...
Upstairs in our house, okay? The upstairs.
She called me and it's like, I went to the viewing, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. How was it? I know it's not good. How was everybody? And then she told me the following. Go.
Okay, so this was like a distant family member.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was also the preacher at the church that I attended when I was a child, that me and my grandmother went to. So very respectable man of the community. And I was telling my husband it was, one of the nicer funeral homes.
It was nice. I Googled it. It was super nice.
So before I went, and he was asking me, where I was going. So I told him, and he wasn't familiar with that funeral home. And so, he looked it up and he was like, that's really big. And I was like, yeah, it's one of the nicer funeral homes. And we had a discussion about, different funeral homes and different, services we had been to over the years.
We don't sit around and talk about funeral homes, but there was a discussion. But
there was a discussion about different types of services we had been to. And earlier this year, a very dear friend of mine, she passed, and we had a celebration of life for her, like a garden in the backyard, and a big white tent, and food and drinks, and it was beautiful. And so there's different settings, right? So it had been a while since I had been like to a funeral home, like probably, it's been a minute. Yeah. So real big funeral home. Get there, I see one of my cousins out in the parking lot, so I talk to her or whatever. So go in, the greeters, the people that work there, are at the door, and he tells me the memorial is the last door at the right. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I've been to this funeral home before, several years ago. Okay, so walking down this hall, and there's other rooms to each side, and those rooms have like couches and chairs in them, and are set up like living rooms, So I get to the last door, and there's a table with the sign-in book, where they have it at most services,
where you sign in
with your name and address. And there's a dedication candle with his picture. Lovely. There's some things that people have sent to the family. Very nice. I go through the double doors, big doorway, go in the doorway, and it is set up with round tables and tablecloths and chairs like a banquet hall or a conference or a wedding. And I thought perhaps maybe I was at the wrong place, but at the very front of the room, there's the casket. So I knew, no, I definitely was in the right room. I had never been to a service, a visitation that had this setup. I see my other cousin and her husband sitting at a table at the very, very front, pretty close. Pretty close. To the front of the room. So those tables were reserved for family, and they had signs on them reserved for family, and there were bottles of water set out for people and stuff. So I go over and I greet my cousin and her husband, and I sit across the table and tell them I'm so sorry for your loss. And finally, I just look at her and I'm like, this is different, right? And she's like, oh, yeah, girl. Oh, yes. And then she goes on to tell me that there was an option to be served dinner. Yes, dinner in the room, like a banquet, for $20 a head, in case you're interested. In the room with the body. And the family very quickly declined, and they said they didn't do that. Now, I was telling my husband that he had never heard of eating at a visitation, and I told him, yeah, people bring food, but it's like there's always a kitchen. And there was a kitchen at this funeral home, and upstairs on the second floor there was a kitchen with tables, and of course everyone was up there eating, and there was chicken and cheesecake and pinwheels and tea. And
I'm used to it after the fact. You go somewhere, go to somebody's house, you do that. Even after the actual funeral, you lay them to rest. Then usually the family gets together and everybody eats food nobody wants to eat. But never during a visitation and or a funeral at the place. That's just me. And I thought it was very weird.
So my cousin was telling me that, yeah, when the funeral director was telling them how it was set up, and they were saying no, they had never heard of that. And they were saying, yeah, they had found people liked that better with the tables and the chairs. So, I mean, I guess it is kind of, makes it easier for sitting in groups and visiting. Whereas opposed to usually when you go in for a visitation, it's like rows of chairs set up.
Yeah,
or like pews, like a church situation.
It gets people more together, but
I guess it's more personal.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for that. I had never seen it done that way before. So I was a little
you were taken aback by it.
Yeah, I was a little taken back by it. Also, I don't go out a whole lot since the
COVID.
Yeah. So I'm always like kind of, just observing, seeing the situation, how so that was a little different.
Have y'all seen? There's nothing wrong with any
but I was just wondering if that, like, am I behind on the times? Was I just not, because, and I wasn't the only one. Like I said, the family was very taken back, but the funeral home was very adamant about, they found that people liked that better. So I told my husband, I said, well, which I've already given him direction as to what I would like done, and I don't want a viewing at all, but I said, would it be inappropriate to be like, no, I would like those high top cocktail tables at mine, and for there to be a 2-drink minimum. I said, can you request that there be beverages? How far does this go? And on another channel, I was talking with someone about Anna Nicole's funeral, and she was saying that Anna Nicole was like propped up. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I was like Googling it later on that day to see if I could find any information about Anna Nicole's final.
You got me. I don't know. I mean, we're not trying to be disrespectful. You can do what you want.
Absolutely.
We just found it.
I've been to all
different.
And I was telling him I've been to all different kinds of services. I've been to back in the day, you could smoke down in the basement at the funeral homes. I've been to funerals that had security. I've been, I've got some stories to tell. I am not judging. I got some stories to tell.
I just shook my head yes. I was like, yeah. I've heard some of the stories and I was like, holy shit. But no, like I said, we're not judging at all. We're just curious have you seen something like this? Is it the new norm?
Yeah. Like, is this?
Are we way out of it? Because
are we behind in the times?
I just don't want to eat a piece of chicken with a loved one
right
15
there.
feet away.
Yeah. It's
just something different.
And then,
very different.
Yeah, like Grandpa would want us to have chicken cordon bleu. That's what he would want.
That's cool. He wouldn't want you to do it right then and there.
Yeah.
Or maybe he would. I don't know.
Not in the room with Grandpa. I know, like, a lot of times people have, like, wakes at their house. And that's different. I just have never seen it at a funeral home like that. And them offer to serve you food.
That's part of the grieving process
in the same room. And then, of course, me, he's accused me of being frugal before. I immediately thought, what a business move on their part. They were sitting there and they're like, you know what? What if?
The person that did that.
Because how many people agree to that? Because that's upselling.
Apparently it's a thing because they did it.
Because if you have ever...
and if you looked at the place, which we will never name, one of the first things I said, that looks fancy. Now, I'm not saying fancy. I'm saying...
They offer a lot of things. They offer all the things.
It looks like a miniature castle.
If you want to be cremated, they can do that. If you want to be put in a mausoleum, one of those buildings with the vault, is that what it's called? Mausoleum?
Sounds good.
They do that. If you want to be put in the ground, they do that. Whatever you want, they do that. It's very they do all the things. You know me, I'm trying to get the best deal.
Shout out Lehman.
Oh,
that's another story.
I like to work on a budget so I can spend money on other things. So,
what did you buy today? Where did you go today?
Today, I went to the Lodge Factory. Is it an outlet or
store?
It's store, but it's the actual factory of where they make iron skillets.
Cast iron skillets. The Lodge.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen the Lodge. The Lodge cast iron skillets. You've seen this sporting goods store wherever. Well, there's only one factory in the world that makes it.
Yeah.
And they have a retail store there. So the factory's on site in South Pittsburgh.
South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. Yeah, don't.
It's the only one in the world that
it's not glamorous.
That's where they make it, and that's the only one in the world where they make cast iron for that company. But they have a store on site, and I'll let you continue with the background.
The city is not. The city is not glamorous, but the store is magnificent. Oh my goodness! If you like cast iron, and I obviously do.
Who doesn't?
If you like, right? If you like to cook, and I like to cook, this is heaven. This is heaven. I am a big, I like Pioneer Woman, but the Pioneer Woman cookware, this here, um, this place here. If you're ever, it's close to Chattanooga. So if you're ever in the area of Chattanooga, this definitely is worth it. It's worth it. I was impressed, and they have a imperfection corner.
Oh, I think you got it. That's what it is. I think you got it.
So, as my husband likes to call it, scratch and dent.
Yeah.
But it's really nothing wrong with it. It'll be like a little bitty blemish, and they can't sell it for full price. So they mark it down. But I got this huge, like, takes 2 burners.
20-inch.
Hey,
20
Rosie.
inch.
Yeah, 20-inch, and it's a griddle, a smooth on one side and grated.
Yeah.
On the other side.
It's like a
Fabulous.
grill, and then yeah.
Yeah. But this place is wonderful, and I will definitely be back. Gonna get me a Dutch oven that probably weighs, God, 20, 25, 30 pounds. They just, anything that you could imagine made out of cast iron, cookware, they have it, and accessories, and it might have been the highlight of
The social media tour.
Yeah.
Well, she texted me today at work, and she was like, "Hey, I bought something for both of us."
I did.
And I was like, she didn't buy anything for me.
I did.
And she did, because we wanted a cast iron griddle, and I was not expecting it. I thought she spent like $9 million.
I did. I didn't tell him I was going to stop there on my way home, and I just texted him a picture of where I was.
And what I really said was, oh shit, this is going to be expensive.
He's been trying to get me to stop there because his friend at work told him about it. I mean, we see it. We've seen it before, but we were like, oh, okay, whatever. But his friend was stopped and said you can get tours of the factory. I did not do that.
It's nice. I like it.
But yeah, if you enjoy cooking with cast iron, it was definitely interesting. So
if you would like to see a live stream from there, we'll do it, because
I would have to do it on Instagram.
No, we could do it from anywhere.
Well,
I don't care.
I'd have to use Streamline.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was. I also, if you watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, I drove by.
Melody Holt.
It's not Melody, honey. It's another couple that owns that.
So I want to know. God said no. Back to the video.
Yeah. I drove by Black. Now I can't even think of their names. But Kimmy and not Kimmy, but
I don't know. Whatever. We'll say the cigar bar.
Right? The cigar bar in Huntsville. I drove by there Thursday on my way out of town. But gonna go back and eat lunch. But let me tell you, it's a Google map that. Google map that and look and see where that's at. And we'll discuss that after I go back and have lunch. That's all I'm going to say right now about that. I don't know. Does anybody watch Love and Marriage Huntsville? I don't ever get a response when I say anything about that. I know Miss T watches it, but I don't know. She only watches me on IG. She doesn't ever comment on these videos. So
I know.
I know you don't, honey. I know.
What else you got? I ain't got a whole lot for you.
I think that might be it. I've been really busy with real life.
Well, I mean, it's real life gets in the way.
Real life kind of takes precedence over.
You would think so.
Celebrity gossip. Are you still with us, Rosie? Actually, I was seeing on Rosie's thing the other day, a funeral procession with a horse and carriage carrying a casket.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's fancy. That's fancy.
So let me ask you a question. So, last week, I came home from work. I'm driving on the road. funeral procession on the left side of the road. I'm on the
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
Split highway.
Yeah.
Both sides stop.
Yeah. Everybody stops.
And it's been that long since I've seen one, but I was like, do we stop?
Yeah. Everybody stops.
But everybody just
if you can see it, you stop.
We in Alabama, everybody
Everybody
moved.
stops.
You can excuse my language, right the fuck over.
Yep.
Just immediately. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I've lived all over the world.
Not necessarily for the police.
Well, it was immediate. It was
but like, you know how you're supposed to pull over if the ambulance is coming or the police or
no.
Yeah, that's a little iffy if people will pull over for that. But a funeral procession,
I've never, and it was a 80 car, and
oh really?
Everybody moved. Well, because I was like, I'm moving over anyway. But I was like, it took me back. I was like, I couldn't remember. Because it's been a while since I've seen one. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Then you see the family driving past you.
Yeah.
Now I look over and they're like, they can't wave, they can't say anything, but they were just like, thank you. That's what I felt. But I was like, everybody like, something to say about traffic down here. Everybody was just like,
yeah.
I was like,
yeah,
wow.
I've seen that a couple of times since we've been down here too. So
just
back home, traffic's so crazy. Like it's a little iffy.
The boy.
Oh, the boy. That's so sad.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Do you know how he passed?
That's horrible.
That is. I remember you saying that in the video, but that's sad. She lives in Clarksville, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
We can't be calling out people's locations.
Well, I know, but she shared it before that. Well, okay. Sorry.
Don't say sorry to me.
Well, sorry. Yeah, that's really young. That's really young.
That's a shame.
Oh,
It really is.
I guess that's all I have. Hopefully, tomorrow is our anniversary. 3 years of wedded bliss.
2
Catherine.
more to go.
No, they don't understand what that means.
It doesn't matter. If somebody wants to ask a question, you can explain it. It's a joke, but don't answer it. If somebody asks why, you can tell why.
I hope everyone is having a great week so far.
Where are we going live next? We're gonna do one tomorrow too. We're gonna do an anniversary special.
Anniversary, y'all. Make sure you join us tomorrow.
We're gonna do a anniversary special plus what we've learned on YouTube. We might as well.
Might as well. Have we learned anything?
Shit. Huh?
All right. Thanks for joining us. Y'all make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell so you know when we go live, because who knows? Who knows when we'll go live? The sun's setting behind us. It's kind of pretty.
Hear the birds? They're loud.
This is nature. Nature, y'all. Hear the motorcycles in the back. It's country living.
That's not country living.
Y'all have a wonderful day. Remember, do something nice for yourself. Try not to cut a bitch and do something nice for someone else.
I like it.
We'll see you tomorrow for our anniversary stream. Bye now.
Peace. Now's where we end broadcast. So y'all don't get to see this, but we hit the button and we wait for it to end. We don't know when it's going to end. Because on StreamYard, you hit it. You never know. But we're going to hit it. See what happens.
StreamYard's
if you got this far, great.
You still with us, Rosie?
That would be funny. As I was like, I'm still here. I'm here to the end, bitch.
In it to win it.
Y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Later.